Matthew Moore's MMO Studio, and I'm here in my dining room today, and I want to give everybody kind of like a sneak peek, inside look of what this next project's going to be like, and that's for this Nakashima Inspired Dining Table. So let's get started. So this is a table that we eat dinner at every night. It's kind of long. As you can tell, I'm at the far end of it, and from here to the very beginning over there, closest to the camera, this table is 11 feet 2 inches long. As the space between the two slabs grows wider, starting at 1/8 of an inch, as you can see, the butterfly keys get larger and larger. And where there was a crack, I put a butterfly key in to stabilize it and prevent the crack from growing wider. Taking the extensions on and off is a snap. You just grab the sides and pull it out. And if you want to put it back in, you line it up and just push forward. And the fit just gets just slightly tighter as you come up to the front of the table. When we get to the point in the project where we actually add the extensions to the tabletop, we'll also shape the ends of the extensions to match the profile of the live edge slabs. This way to transition from the live edge slabs to the tabletop is seamless. I moved some of the chairs out of the way so we can take a closer look at the Trestle Assembly here. So a trestle top table consists of 2 sets of legs that are one assembly held together with the trestle. So this piece in the center, which is the trestle, is not square. Instead, it is round. So it starts square and then it gets rounded later. So we round it in this direction on both sides, as well as rounding over the top as well. And these posts, or these columns right here, these big guys, those are going to come out of some 12/4 inch lumber. They're too thick for 8/4 inch, so we need to pull them for some 12/4 inch lumber. And since I'm going to be using 12/4 inch lumber, I'm going to use for these big posts, I'm going to use 12/4 inch lumber for the rest of the trestle base as well. What's nice about this is I can pull all the parts for the trestle, that is, out of one board of 12/4 lumber, which means that all the color matching down here for the trestle will be the same. So this tenon is coming all the way through the leg from the trestle back here, and this wedge is holding everything in place, one on both sides. Now this wedge here is really awesome because you can tell it's tapered from the top to the bottom. It's curved on the bottom here as well. And that gives it a beautiful shape. Now, even though we level the table, these battens here, these guys are what help keeps the table flat over the course of its life. There are screws that come from the underside that do 2 things. 1, they keep the tabletop in place, and 2, they pull it down to this piece, helping keep the table flat across its length. And of course, like any Nakashima piece, it has these beautiful angles and soft edges on it. It just looks amazing. Now the piece I'm touching right here, this is shaped before we shape these guys. So this is the battens that are holding the table down nice and flat, and we will shape these to match the shape of the top portion of the leg assembly. Same angle, but we won't cut it till later, so we get everything to match very nicely. So you may be wondering what these circles are for right here. This one is larger in diameter than the one back here, and that's because a dowel that's tapered goes right through all of this to lock the tabletop down to the base. Now, I've actually never finished my own table. I finished other people's tables, but I've never finished my own. So one of the cool things that's going to come out of this project is when I get to this step for this tabletop that's being built for somebody else, I'm going to turn my dowels that are going to go through here at tapered and lock my top into my base as well. But that's what this is for. It locks the top into the base. Adding to another one, the great details here on the leg is these plugged bridle joints. So we'll get dowels and we'll get these guys driven all the way through from this end through this foot back to the other side, locking this whole assembly down for the rest of your life. I hope you guys really like that little tour of all the features of this Nakashima Inspired Dining Table. I am really looking forward to building this guy. I've been wanting to build this for a while, and I'm pretty sure the clients are going to be extremely happy once I get this done for them. But for you guys, I can't wait to share every step of the journey with you in the weekly shop updates for the next weeks and months to come. So, as always, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. If you're watching this on Facebook, hit that like button, share in your timeline, and head over to the Wood Studio page and like that page as well. And as always, have a great week in the shop.